call me LesAnn, I won't answer because it's still my name. Hooty-hoo. All right. Whoo, y'all. I'm tired tonight because I've had a long day, but I want to go ahead and get this done. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. What will you see here is me playing with fabric. That's the easiest way to tell you. I play with fabric. Play with patterns. I play and see what happens. Does it always work? No. But am I going to keep on doing? Yes. Because that's what I love to do. This is a kind of a roundup. It's the best way it can. Roundup of Make 6 in 2026 first project. So I'm going to put up the inspiration photo and what my goal was. So for the first project, my goal was to make a button-up, specifically a button-up yellow shirt. Because I had this whole rendition I'm going to pair it with and everything. So I did not make the deadline to put it all together. Hold on. It ain't all cleaned up. I just need to move some stuff out the way. It's working my nerves. All right. So my goal was the main part of the goal was to actually create a button-up shirt that fits well and that I can kind of pair with many things. I kind of really wanted to focus on doing one that was yellow. As you can see by the picture that I put up, it was ruffles, it was collared and button down. So I didn't start feeling better, and I was still kind of working on the challenge from the Black History Month on some of it. I kind of paired them together to try to get something. So my goal was to try different patterns out. I know that there was a particular way Rochelle Handmade Design wanted us to do things, shirts and stuff that I'm going to like, but also try out different patterns, plus determine which one or which style I really, really wanted. Kind of worked differently than a lot of other people. Now, a couple of those shirts I'm going to show you, they were ones I had done before the new year. So they're not counting, but they were actually, in essence, mock-ups of me doing tweaking of some patterns. So I'm going to talk about each one and kind of bring you forward. Hopefully it makes sense. I always have fabric, so it's not like I need to look for anything. The first one I want to talk about is actually the one I'm wearing. This is ME7338. I did make this, I think it was in November. Now, this was my second rendition of this top. The difference between this one and the first one, there is on view B, which is the long sleeve. I didn't do the long sleeve, but view B has a scoop, or it drops down lower in the back. So I thought I'd remake it again without the dropped back. So this is more of view A, but I made my own tulip sleeves in it. The fabric is a thrifted baby sheep. So I did have to pair it with some solid pink in a few different places. Other than that, it's fine. Like, I wanted a little bit more fitted and not cropped, but I ended up making the shirt again. Why? I don't know, because that's me. So the next one that I did of the exact same pattern, M7838, I actually made view D. This is the view D. I did do the longer version, and I love the print. I love the print. I love the print. I'm gonna say it again. I love the print. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am not for sure if I like the sleeves. I have been trying to debate whether or not I'm gonna actually take the sleeves off and do something different. Maybe some move it up and make it a floaty sleeve or something like that. But I don't particularly like the sleeve. Now, this, I did make it exactly how it tells you to make it. So there was supposed to be a bow on here. I had the bow on here, and when I put it on, it just felt like I felt swallowed. Like it was just too much. It was not my vibe. It could have been because the fabric is not like flowy, maybe because it's stiff and it's been washed, so it's not like the body of it's gonna drape anymore. It's just gonna be be like that. So yeah, it's a disappointment. The pattern, the fabric, I love the fabric. The the style of the shirt, the body of it, I love it. But those sleeves are not what I like. So all three of these tops that I'm talking about, M78, 38, all were made before the new year. But I was going to use them as a, let me put this in my box. I may go ahead and go back to this one. But we're going to go ahead and move forward and see if we can find a different pattern. Now that I've done it 3 times, will I make the pattern again? Yes, I will. So that was the first set of things that I wanted to try for button ups. This is M8385. I know it's a dress. I tried this one out. I used a thrifted bed sheet for that one, and we ran into some problems with that one. That was some issues. I had more issues with it than what I wanted. I don't remember like all of what the original size that I cut and stuff like that. So I do have a video, either me talking about it and maybe a short. I may connect it to this so you can at least see the short where I talk about what I did. And it's one that it's a house dress anyway, so it was perfect. Now I can wear it's one that I will throw on, you know, and I'm comfortable enough with that one to actually wear it out, to like do errands, because it's cute. It's really cute. I like it. So that one was really hot on my ticket, but I didn't stop there. You probably think, really? I did. I'm determined to make button-up shirts. That is one thing that I lack in my wardrobe. And I want them anyway, like to wear with different outfits or different pants. It changes the look. And it, to me, a button-up shirt kind of makes it more elevated. It just, it's cute without, you know, you ain't got to work hard and still throw on a pair of jeans, tennis shoes, and you good. So I ain't got to throw on slacks all the time, but you know, that, so I didn't stop there. The next thing that I made was, and I do have this also, hopefully not forgetting to show me modeling them. This is M, excuse me, 8040. So this is the top that I did. Made it out of, it's a polyester blend. I'm not for sure what kind it is. The fabric did come from Fabric Mart. I do remember that one. The other ones, the other one I've had so long, I think I got it from LesAnn. Maybe Fine Fabrics, maybe. No, not that one. I don't remember where I got that one. The African print. But this one did come from Fine Fabrics. It's a nice drapey fabric. I wasn't for sure if I was going to like the sleeve, the finished sleeve. There's some, I probably will like modify and make some changes on it as far as where it's, not necessarily where it sits at, but how wide the cuff is. I don't think I like how wide the cuff is. Will I wear this? Oh, yes. Because Leslie, after she finished it, let's just say she couldn't help herself and she made something else to go with it. We'll show that in a different video. Or it'd be in a short. But I liked this top specifically because I was looking for something that could either be tucked in or pulled out. And this does that. This, I can wear it on the outside of a garment, or I can tuck it in and it still looks nice. And that was my goal with this one. Now, the one thing I will tell you is, because I always have to modify most of my tops anyway, I have narrow shoulder base, as well as my distance from my shoulder down is kind of short. So I did not think about that when I did this one. So when I put it on, it actually buckles a little bit, but I already know what I need to do, which is I could either move this up, and this, it could be the fabric as well. Move it up, shorten the front of my shirt, and it should cause it to lay better. So it's a little bit of a buckling in the front. I'm not really displeased by that. The buttons came from my stash, and that's one of the things my goal is with these things that I make it, is to try to use anything and everything out of my stash without purchasing. We'll talk about that in a second. Now moving on to the next one. Y'all probably like, really? All of these that I'm showing now, including the polka dot one, these are all I have made since the beginning of January. This is not all I've made since the beginning of January, but this is all I've made concerning this particular Make 6 2026 project one. Okay. All right. So this one is ME2052. You probably saying, you ain't looking down. No, I'm almost sure it is. If not, I'm going to put the number up on the screen. So now I did this one. And this fabric, I did a marketplace. I actually I wasn't purchasing the fabric for this one. There was another fabric the lady showed that I wanted more. And this happened to be in a bunch. I said, I am not letting good fabric, it's not good fabric, go to waste. But I was going to make sure I used it, okay? Plus, this is one of my favorite colors. And it looks good on me. So, like I said, this is a Beauty du Jour. And I'm probably butchering her name. Bless her heart. I apologize. And I know it's not her name, but either way, this one is my friend. She is my friend. So I made it, and I was like, I don't know. You know how you say, I don't know if I'm like, it'll be all right. I'm like, I'm just going to give it a try because I'm looking for that button-up shirt. But I didn't know if I was going to want an oversized shirt. So often when I wear oversized shirts, I just look swole, like swole. I just look swole. It doesn't give style. It just looks swole. I didn't want to look swole. I don't look swole. I look really cute in this. I look cute. And real cute. And I really like it. So this is one of the ones I did for the black pattern designer. So I did the shirt, and of course I did run into some issues. My issue actually was the cuff. When I tried to did the interfacing, which is doubled basically 4 times in here because of the way you put it in, it was just I was concerned that I was going to have a problem with my buttons, my buttonhole maker not acting right. So I didn't want to fight it. I said, instead of fighting it, let me go ahead and just sew them in place. And I'm actually going to take these off and actually adjust my cuff over a little bit more and re-sew it. And I'm just going to tack the buttons. My hand, as long as my hand can slide in, I don't care. That's all I care. As long as my hand slides in and can slide out, we're good. Because I am thoroughly liking this shirt. It's there's some sewing mishaps because working with satin, regardless of what kind, especially the cheap one, it fights you. So if you ain't ready for the fight, don't fool with it. It'll fight you. But I ended up doing bigger buttons in the front and did the small buttons on the cuff. Like I said, I'm gonna move it over about a half an inch to an inch, and I should be good as far as sliding my hand in and out. But I will say that once I got done with this one, I was like, let's try it again. Think of a way that I can make it better for me and that I will like it even more. And the one thing about this cuff, I really like the look of it, but you really don't notice that it's a double cuff because it's the same fabric and you don't top stitch. So let's talk about the next one. Of course, while I was in the midst of recording, it cut off. Probably because it was tired of me talking. I don't know. We're gonna move on. All right, so we did another beauty du jour, 2052. And I did it in chiffon. So the sad part is I didn't get to take pictures of this to post pictures for February. Honey, I, my body said no. I tried one day and I was like, this is too much work. You just wait. So I waited. And so you can see the videos of me trying these on. So this one, honey. This fabric I've had 10 years. I don't remember. I think it may have been Walmart, but it's some years old, okay? I've already decided that I am going to hopefully make a skirt to pair with this out of this chiffon. Don't worry, you ain't going to be able to see through it. But and plus I actually have a pair of pants. I got to figure out where they are. If I can fit them, honey, we'll wear this whole outfit together in a minute. So, anyway, with the information that I had from the first one, I knew the things I needed to do. Still, there's some more tweaks that I want to make, but I'm always tweaking to make it work really good for me. So, one tweak, I did the interface in the way they said, which is only in one layer on the collar. I really like body. I like a nice body to my collars. So next time, even if it's chiffon, I'm gonna double it. The cuff. I'm gonna have to scroll y'all, move y'all in so y'all can see this. There is a double cuff. I feel that you need to be able to see the double cuff. And so I made it in such a way that you can see the double cuff. I probably come through and do it again and do it where it's all the way over here, but I want to be able to see my cuff. And I did top stitching on it. I'll probably move the stitching a little bit closer to the edge next time. But otherwise, I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased with the look. Now, as you can tell, I have buttons on it. And guess what? They unbutton and button. And you probably say, how? So, like I said, the body of the collar is just too, flimsy for me. So I took the same thought process and instead of interfacing all the way, I actually only interface both cuffs half. And by doing so, it did not cause a lot of bulkiness. And I probably, you know, I could do the double on the underside and do only single on the top side, just for more stability or whatever. But this works perfectly. And I put it on because mind you, I didn't try this on until tonight. I didn't try them on because I think I tested out the pink one like during the process before I put buttons on, and that was it. But I didn't like try it on again during me making it. Once I try this on again, I'm done. I, this is, yeah. I told my husband tonight. I said, this will be on rotation. Leslie's gonna find her another chiffon, and I'm gonna make this again. Again, I'll probably have 3 or 4 days once I'm done. But you know, is Leslie gonna try a different fabric? Probably. The only fabric I'm probably not gonna do is a stiff cotton. It has to be, you know, I may do an Ankara print, but I don't know if I want a stiff feel. You know what I mean? I like the flow, the feel, the flow of it. It's just, oh, yes. Okay. Okay. So we are at the end pretty much. Now, like I said, everything I kind of do is doing it in toiles. Y'all may not see it as a toile, but I make pretty much all my things that I make when I'm testing something out are wearable. Even if I don't keep it, it's still wearable. Whatever I do, I like to kind of go through the entire process because I may not like it, period. And I'd rather toile it than to do a part toile and then turn around and make it fully out of something I really like and be mad about it. I don't want to do that to myself. So I happen to start thinking, I'm like, did I buy this pattern? Where is that pattern at? I think I bought it. I kept on saying, I think I bought it. You know how you say, I think I did. I think I did. I think I did. So then you would have seen in my Lofty Ideas video, me talking about or me cutting a different pattern as well. I picked up another pattern. And that one is ME2069, I believe. If not the right number, I'll put it up on the screen. So I actually started like cutting it out, started modifying the pattern. And as I modified the pattern, because I ended up buying the PDF and I happen to have a paper pattern. And I was modifying, if all the pieces were there in the PDF version, I probably would have went on and probably sewed it. But when I started looking at how many pieces it was, what I had to do, I was not cutting that paper pattern. No ma'am, no sir, no hat. And I had to have the right fabric to try it in, like a plain fabric, because I wanted to be able to see the structure and see what I needed to. I said, let me toss that to the side. So then I went on hunt again in my drawer, and I ended up finding S3002. I've liked this pattern from the get-go. I really thought it was the cutest thing. And I'm like, I think it's going to give me the shape I'm looking for, the style I'm looking for. I didn't want the additional bulk in the back side of me. I wanted to accentuate my curves to fit, you know, my torso really nice and flare out without necessarily doing the peplum thing. Because so often that's what I have to do is get something or have something that has a peplum on it, and that's not the look I wanted. So I said, okay, I'm gonna give this pattern a try. Honey, honey. I'm gonna say it again, honey. Oh, I still need to trim some strings or whatever. I think I got most of them. Usually my husband trims all the strings of my garments. But this one, was determined to be worn, okay? Like ASAP. As soon as it was done, hot off the sewing machine was going to be worn, okay? So, girly girl did this. I did view A, I think it's view A. View A with the cuff, 3 buttons, nice, full, beautiful, like just with beautiful gathers across the top. We have a princess seam in the front. We have fish eye darts in the back for shaping. What else? What else? Beautiful collar. Now, this has a placket in the front, which I didn't realize it had a placket in the front. I I I didn't realize. And it probably was for the other one, but I ended up doing it was supposed to be placket for B, but I ended up putting the placket on view A, and I'm glad I did. It this sewed up so it was actually easier than I thought, but there was some planning put into place because as you can tell, this is a striped material. All right. And so the pattern was going, I'll show you the actual fabric because I have enough left to do something else with. As you can tell, how the pattern kind of goes across, the way it repeats. And this is, I had to think about what I was doing when it came to putting this together. I couldn't rush it. So in the very back, I actually ended up marrying two of these panels together. So it does not call for a back seam, but I put a back seam in it. That's an easy way to go if you want your pattern to go a certain direction and to mirror itself and look balanced. So that's what I did. Now I did have to come in and put like a little bit of a gusset to give myself a little more bump room because I didn't give myself enough room. I gave myself some room. But I needed to carve out. It fits tighter than what you may think because it told me I think it said something about like I should have did a size 20 for the waist. So I should have did a 24, but I ended up doing a 22 in the waist area because it said the finished garment was bigger than, no. I should have paid attention to that. I should have did it at a 24 to give myself a little bit more room. It's not like I needed a whole lot, but I did need like another inch for me not to feel like I was going to like tug and pull another inch comfortably. So I did that. That's one thing I'll do. And then the probably other thing I just have to work on the certain weights of fabric sometimes give me pause when it comes to a collar. So I got to work on doing my collar so that it's not so excess. I didn't trim it enough in the inside. But other than that, I think that's fine. When I do Georgette, I think I will definitely do both collar, top, and bottom to give body, even though I use like light to medium weight interfacing. I have interfacing from like I don't have to buy any. I really don't. So I'm not gonna buy none. If I can avoid it, I'm gonna avoid it. The cuffs are fine. I only interface one side. It was enough. What else? That's it. I am I'm thoroughly pleased with my Make 6 of 2026. All the versions that I did. Like I said, I think I only have one that I really like. It's just the sleeve though. It's not the pattern. It's just the sleeve. So what I'm planning to do, which is already on my table, I am still going to do a yellow top. It's just with me having getting sick like I did, there was no way that I could do anything. I started, like I said, it was the second, third of March before I really started doing like moving around more. Of course, I'm starting to prepare for my garden, which I've already started seeds. They're slowly growing, but I'm excited. So that's even though I'm behind on the original one, I'm not saying that I didn't finish the Make 6 for me. I did, because this top, I've been wanting to make a top like this to go with this skirt. And I'll post the picture of me in it. I've been wanting to make, using this fabric, looking for a top style that really married with it well and did what I needed to do. It's like when you find the right thing or the right look you want, but you just got to find the right pattern to do it. I did it. I found the right pattern. Is it for my Make 6? Is it for that? Somebody would say no, but I say yes, because it still is going in my wardrobe. It's still something I needed, still something I wanted. And I already know that I can pair this with one of the other outfits I'm planning to make. So, yes, I did make what I wanted to make. It's what it was supposed to be made, got made. Now, I am already planning to make this again. I am still doing it in the yellow. I'm doing it in its cotton. But I am going to tell you that I'm probably not going to like it as much. And you're probably saying, huh? Yeah. Not the style of it, but the material. This is cotton. I will have to iron this every time I wear it. Or I'm going to have to do that, pull it out the dryer. As soon as out the dryer, go ahead and iron it right then kind of situation, because that's my only thing. I don't really use a regular ironing board, but I'm going to have to break out the regular ironing board to make sure all the nooks and crannies in this shirt is on point. That is my only thing that I foresee may be a problem. I am going to probably do it sleeveless, which is fine, because my next project in the Make 6 is a suit. I may have to switch that around. I may. I forgot when it's due. So this is March, April, May. I think it's due in June. No, I'm going to probably stick to the suit. I'm going to go ahead and test that. There's 2 patterns that I already have. And one that I can probably like make into a suit, or pair it together to make it to a suit. I won't divulge that because it's going to be a process, only because I'm still trying to mentally iron out what I'm going to do, because I am planning to use, I'm going to have to get some bed sheets. This is one time, y'all, excuse me. I'm going to go on and get some bed sheets to do these, only because I plan to do these suits in car. I may do 2 in card print, and I am going to need to tailor more so the pants is going to be my biggest issue. Really have to tailor the pants to fit well. So because of that, I don't want to end up using any of them, because all of my, even my, what you want to say, even my, like, certain fabrics, it's just, I'm going to flip if it don't work. And I want to be able to do the modifications on it and, really draw on it. So I'm going to say that. So stay tuned to find out what patterns I end up doing, because I will at least make, I would say, maybe 2 toiles, meaning 2 jackets and 2 pants. I don't think I have a pair of pants that like I've done a pair of pants that may work as far as the style goes, but I'm looking for zip up pants. That's what I'm working. We'll see, because Lord knows I got plenty of fabric and I want to try to get as much done before my grands come this summer. So I may have to do two of my make six kind of back to back and post them later, because yeah, my once my grandbabies come, they always in my room and they don't and I gotta spend time with them, so y'all may see me a little less during the summertime when they hit here. When they get here, a little bit less, unless I'm lucky enough to get some videos like rendered and put together. So, but be patient. Anyway, I done rambled on long enough. Let me get off. I appreciate y'all. I am so excited that I was able to get what I did done for the Make 6 2026 first project. So it's the next project is coming down. I'm gonna start pulling stuff. Let's hope I pull the right things. But anyway, y'all have an amazing day. Thank you so very much for all those who made comments, who show me love, and just understand that life happens, and you may not. As I try to close it out, because it sure enough don't want me to talk no more. Okay. Thank you so very much. Y'all have an amazing evening. Make sure if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel. If you like to see somebody play with fabric and see what they come up with, because the Lord knows I be playing all the time. Y'all have a good one. Much love.